Well, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rockbridge Regional Library Storytime Live. My name is Miss Wendy, and I am so glad to have you here today. We're going to read some books. I'm going to show you a fun shamrock craft. We're going to sing some songs. So let's get started. We always start with our hello song, and here's how it goes. We'll salute to say hello, and then our friends are our two fingers, and they hug. Just like that. And then it's time to say hello. Okay, let's do it twice. 1, 2, 3. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello again. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. And those hand movements are American Sign Language, which is pretty cool. So guess what? It's St. Patrick's Day. This is very exciting. You may have noticed my lovely shamrock pin here. So let's celebrate all the fun things about St. Patrick's Day today. But before we get started, let's talk about the days of the week. So let's see, what are our days of the week again? Let's look at it. You have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All right, and how many is that, I wonder? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's right, there's 7 days of the week. So let's sing our Days of the Week song so we can try to figure out what day it is. Okay, so here's how it goes. We're going to hold up 7 fingers. That's 7 days of the week. Here's how it goes. 1, 2, 3. Every week has 7 days. See how many you can say. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What is today? Well, St. Patrick's Day. That's right. And St. Patrick's Day is always on the 17th day of March. But what day is it? Well, it's Storytime Day. That means it's Wednesday. Hooray for Wednesday. Let's sing it again. 7 fingers. Every week has 7 days. See how many you can say. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What is today? It's Wednesday, St. Patrick's Day. And since we are live, why don't we talk about the weather a little bit? So let's go have a look. Now here's how my weather song goes. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it sunny? Is it windy? Is it rainy out today? So what do you see when you look out the window? Do you see the sun or do you see clouds? Now let's look at our flag. Doesn't look like it's blowing anywhere, so it can't be too windy. So let's sing it one more time. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? Is it sunny? Is it windy? Is it rainy out today? So what do you think when you look into the sky? That's right, it's cloudy. The sun is hiding today. So let's look at our so let's see. Is it stormy? No. Is there clouds and a little bit of sun? Maybe. Is it bright sun? No. Is it raining? No. Is it snowing? No. So look, I guess we have it on the right one. It's cloudy. Very good. Very good. Okay, my friends. Now, this leads me to one important question. And that question, of course, is, are you ready for a story? I'm ready. Are you ready? So we'll start by clapping our hands, okay? 1, 2, 3. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Let's see, if you're ready for a story, what can we do to move around? What do you think? Let's just run around. How about that? If you're ready for a story, run around. If you're ready for a story, run around. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, run around. All right, everybody run back. Everybody run back. Okay, let's see. Let's hula hoop. Do you know how to hula hoop? You just do big wide circles with your hips. Okay, if you're ready for a story, hula hoop. If you're ready for a story, hula hoop. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, hula hoop. Whoa! That's probably the best hula hooping I'll ever do. Okay, if you're ready for a story, sit real still. Now try to freeze when I say sit still. If you're ready for a story, sit real still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit real still. Can you freeze? Hold it, hold it. Ah, that feels good to kind of freeze a little bit. Okay, well, before we read, it's important to take deep breaths just to calm our bodies down from all that hula hooping and running around so that we're ready to read a book. So put your thumb and your first finger together and you take a deep breath in and hold it for just a moment and then let it out. Okay, here we go. Deep breath in, hold it, and out. It's good for our caregivers to do this too. And then you put your middle finger and thumb together, deep breath in, deep breath out. Anytime we can participate with our children while we do these things, it's just so much better. And then the ring finger and thumb, deep breath in, deep breath out. Pinky and thumb, deep breath in, deep breath out. And thumbs up because you love St. Patrick's Day. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, shall we look and see what books we have to read today? All right, but first, let's look at the globe. Now here's our planet Earth. And look, there's the United States, and here we are in Virginia. And Ireland is all the way over here, across an ocean. There it is. Beautiful Ireland, Emerald Island. And so St. Patrick's Day originates from Ireland. And now this is a fun book because it kind of talks about all the different fun traditions and folklore of St. Patrick's Day. So these friends are celebrating. So this is called St. Patrick's Day by Anne Rockwell, and it's illustrated by Lizzy Rockwell. Look at all those shamrocks. And this comes to us from Harper. Oh. On St. Patrick's Day, I wore my green shirt, my green pants, and even my green striped socks. Pablo wore green sneakers. Are you wearing green today, my friends? Everyone wears something green on St. Patrick's Day. At school, we worked in teams to finish our St. Patrick's Day reports. Charlie, Jessica, and me, Nicholas and Sarah, Pablo, Kate, and Sam, and Mccool and Eveline. Look, they're working hard. Ooh, what do you think they're making there? Some socks and an umbrella. I mean, an umbrella. You've got a rainbow over here. Look, there's the globe. Mr. Seco helps Charlie and Jessica and me find out more about St. Patrick. He helped us type the story we told. So they're looking into what is the story of St. Patrick. Oh, here's what they did. This is my story we printed out. St. Patrick by Evan and Charlie and Jessica. One bad day, people took St. Patrick from England across the sea to be a slave in Ireland. Patrick was a shepherd. He didn't fight with anyone, but he missed his mother and father, so he escaped. Before long, he went back to Ireland to teach people to be kind to each other. Nicholas and Sarah wrote a play. Nicholas said, "I am St. Patrick. Do you know there are no snakes in Ireland?" "No," everyone replied. "I drove them away," said Nicholas. Boom, 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 boom. Sarah was a big green snake slithering across the floor. Nicholas rang his bell and beat the drum. "Hiss, hiss, I'm scared," said Sarah. "I'm going to run away. Follow me, snakes." Oh, there's all the socks they were working on. Said Nicholas. "All the snakes are racing to the sea. Now you know why there are no snakes in Ireland. My bell and my drum scared them away. Clang, 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 boom, boom." Pablo, Kate, and Sam love music. Mr. Kelly, the music teacher, taught Pablo and Sam how to dance a jig. Look at them go. Kate fiddled fast while Sam and Pablo danced. They wore green top hats. They looked like the leprechauns that make mischief on St. Patrick's Day. Eveline and Mccool told about the special plant St. Patrick brought to Ireland. Do we know what those are? That's right, the shamrocks. They explained how he planted shamrocks. Shamrocks are tiny, bright green plants with 3 round leaves. They brought a shamrock for each of us in a paper cup. I'm going to plant mine in our garden. There it is. Mrs. Madoff said, "So many Irish people came across the sea to America that we celebrate St. Patrick's Day whether we're Irish or not." That looks like a fun celebration. Shamrock Cookies. Many Americans are a little bit Irish, but not me. I'm all Irish. My mom and dad were born in Ireland. My grandparents and my aunts lived there. I went to visit them when I was 4. Here's a picture of me in that green, green land. Look, there's a beautiful ocean. When I got home, Mom was baking soda bread because that's what her mother always did on St. Patrick's Day. People put on their best clothes and wore shamrocks. They went to church to pray the way St. Patrick taught them. When they came home, they had a fine meal with soda bread. We took a loaf to Pablo's mother. She said it smelled so delicious. We should have a slice with some hot chocolate. Yum! Great idea. On March 17th, we all wear something green. And St. Patrick's Day comes just before spring. The sprouts that come in spring are green. That day, we're all a little bit Irish. And that day's today. The end. Look at that. That is fun. What a fun book. It helps us to learn a little bit about some of the ways that we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Now I have a fun song for you about green shamrocks. Green shamrocks obviously are the little green plants with the 3 leaves. And it's a counting song. I think you'll catch on pretty quickly. Here it goes. It's called 5 Green Shamrocks. And it starts with 1. There's 1. All right, here we go. 1 green shamrock in the morning dew, another one sprouted, and then there were, how many? That's right, 2. 1, 2. 2 green shamrocks growing beneath a tree, another one sprouted, and then there were 3. 1, 2, 3. That's right. 3 green shamrocks by the cottage door, another one sprouted, and then there were, what do you think? That's right, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 green shamrocks near a beehive, another one sprouted, and then there were 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 green shamrocks, bright and emerald green. Think of all the luck these shamrocks will bring. Are we going to have good luck on this St. Patrick's Day? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's a fun song for St. Patrick's Day. Alrighty, it's time for another book. I have read from this series before, and I really like this because it teaches us something while we read a fun story. And this is a really good beginning reader book series. It's called Robin Hill School. And this book is called The Luck of the Irish. And it's written by Margaret McNamara and illustrated by Mike Gordon. And this comes to us from Aladdin Publishers. And there they are at school, the Robin Hill School. On March 16th, at Robin Hill School, Mrs. Connor said, "Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day." St. Patrick lived in Ireland long ago, she told the class. "My family is from Ireland," said Katie. "Then you have the luck of the Irish," said Mrs. Connor. That night, Katie and her family made a shamrock for every first grader in Katie's class. I think Mom's having a hard time there. Katie's got it down. Pup is helping too. "Shamrocks have 3 leaves," said Katie's mother, "and the leaves are shaped like little hearts." "Are shamrocks Irish?" asked Katie. "They are," said Father. The next day, Mrs. Connor wore a green skirt and a green sweater. "Happy St. Patrick's Day," she said. She took something out of her bag. It was big. It was green. It had 4 leaves, and they were not shaped like hearts. Uh-oh. "Do you know what this is?" she asked. "A shamrock," said Michael. "Right," said Mrs. Connor. All that day, Katie did not feel very lucky. Mrs. Connor noticed. "Why are you so sad on this St. Patrick's Day?" she asked. Katie showed Mrs. Connor the shamrocks she made for the class. There they are in her bag. Mrs. Connor looked at them carefully. "Your shamrocks are different than mine," she said. Katie nodded. "I think we should find out more about shamrocks," said Mrs. Connor. She took a book off the shelf. That's always a good place to start. The book showed a shamrock that looked just like Katie's, with the 3 leaves and the heart shapes. The book also showed a 4-leaf clover. It looked just like Mrs. Connor's. "Katie," said Miss Connor, "you really learn something new every day." "If you're lucky," said Katie. Isn't that true? Even the teacher learned something new. Teachers learn something new every day. That is a really nice book, and it helps remind us that there is a difference between a shamrock and a 4-leaf clover. So, why don't we come over to my table here, and I'm going to show you a fun craft as well as some real shamrocks. Okay, so let's have a look at the leaves first. Now here, these ones are shamrocks. They're a little bit wilted, and they have a different shaped leaf. It's not quite a heart, but you can see a little tiny bit of a round shape there. Here's another one. And if you notice, there's how many leaves? 1, 2, 3. That's right. Now, in your garden, you might see something that looks like these. These also have 3 leaves, and they have little heart-shaped leaves, 3 that come out of one stem. So this is a shamrock. Shamrocks are clovers. There's lots of different types of clovers out there. Now these little clovers, little tiny shamrocks, I found just behind the library. So if you go outside today and look around, you just might find your very own shamrocks. Excellent. Now here's a fun way to make shamrocks for St. Patrick's Day. All you're going to need is a toilet paper roll, some green paint, a paintbrush, and some tape. Okay, so here's how we do it. You take your toilet paper roll and you want to kind of squeeze it together to where the top goes in like that, into kind of a little bit of a heart shape. And the bottom, you want to squeeze into a point. That makes the bottom of the heart, so that when it's done, and this takes a little bit of fiddling, you end up with something that looks like that. And you can adjust it, bend it, fold it. And now, here's where the tape comes in. To hold your heart sort of together, you take a piece of tape, and that just helps hold it together. And now you have a heart-shaped stamp. Of course, this can be used for other holidays besides St. Patrick's Day, of course. So here's what you do. You dip it in your paint, make sure it covers all the sides, like that. And then you make 3 of them. 1. I'm going to give it a little more paint with each one. 2. And then how many more? Just 1 more to make 3. And then, if I want to add a little stem, take my paintbrush and I can just whoop. There it is. So let's do another one. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And now I can make another stem. And we'll do 1 more, because I feel like if you're going to have 3 leaves, you should have 3 shamrocks. 1, 2, and 3. All right. And now I'm going to give this final one a little stem as well. And you can make all kinds of fun things with these. You can cut them up and turn them into cards. You can also paint in the leaves if you would like to make them fully green. So I hope you try this at home. If you do try it at home and you think about it, send me a picture. I'd love to see your shamrocks. Awesome. Okay, well, you know what? We have one more book. Apologies for moving the camera around so much. And look, there's some shamrocks. Okay, now this is a silly book. Well, it's a silly festival is what it is. This is a festival that happens in Ireland every year and has done for the last 400 years. And they crown their favorite goat king for a day. See, he's even got a crown on. So that's what this book is about. And there's fun little fairies that are in this book too that kind of help the story along. So are you ready? Let's read about King Puck, which is inspired by an Irish festival. And this is a Harper Collins book. Ooh, look at the countryside. And there's the goat. Ah, Finny, Seamus said to his goat, we're so lucky. Our mountain is the most beautiful in all of Ireland. It was beautiful, but it was lonely. Only the wee fairies live nearby. Seamus had no one to talk to but his goat. I wonder, can we see any fairies in here? What's that? Oh, look, there's another one. I wonder if we can find any others. Oh, there's a bunch of fairies. There's a bunch of fairies living in the flowers. At night, Seamus liked to read the stories of Mccool. The goat loved when the hero giant tasted the magic salmon and gained the gift of wisdom. Finny wanted to be wise too. These stories are a joy, but wouldn't some new books be wonderful? Seamus asked. Then he sighed, wishing for an answer. Are there any fairies here? Oh, look behind his chair. On the little basket? On the onions. There they are. The fairies began to pity the sad farmer and his goat. One night, while Seamus was asleep, they cast a spell. Oh, goodness. The next morning, Seamus got the shock of his life. When he said good morning to Finny, the goat said, good morning right back. Then Finny said, I'm famished. What a lovely day it is. The river is up. I wonder if the trout are biting. Okay. Finny has a lot to say. Fairies look happy. How did you learn to speak? Seamus asked. I don't know, replied Finny. Perhaps I learned from you. Seamus was happy, but the fairies weren't finished yet with their plans. Oh, look, there they are. Later that day, the two friends discovered a handbill. The King Puck Festival! The best goat to crown King Puck, the only king in Ireland. It's just for one day, but it's quite an honor. Let's go, cried Finny. So they're going to go. I think that's part of the fairies' plan. I think so. Seamus hastily packed some food and proudly brushed Finny's hair. You'll be named King Puck for sure, he exclaimed. Happy and hopeful, they talked and walked all day and night down the mountain path. Look at all those ribbons and flags, Seamus said to Finny. As they crossed the bridge to Killarg, Kilorglin. I'm so sorry. Kilorglin. Isn't this music splendid? Seamus remarked. Finny clacked his hooves in the time to a fancy jig. Finny can dance too. Suddenly, the music stopped and the farmers and their grand goats entered the square. Now feeling ordinary and a little bit foolish, Finny joined Seamus at the end of the line. The judges were less than impressed with Finny. They turned to walk away when he stepped forward. "May I please have another chance?" he asked. "I'd like to recite the tale of Finn Mccool." Shocked. The people of Kilorglin had heard the story before, but never told by a goat. When Finny completed the tale, the crowd went wild. The judges had no choice. They picked Finny to be King Puck. With great fanfare, Finny and Seamus led a parade through the narrow streets of town. The crowd cheered as the mayor of Kilorglin placed a gold crown on Finny's head. "I name thee King Puck, the only living king in Ireland," he proclaimed. "King Puck, as mayor it is my pleasure to grant you one wish. What will it be? Gold? Silver? A mountain of hay?" Finny glanced at Seamus. He knew what he wanted the most. "Books," he said. "We'd like nothing more than books." The crowd cheered, "Yay!" and Finny felt as wise as Finn Mccool. Seamus and Finny never wanted for another book or better company. Once a week, Miss Margaret Mary McCarney, the librarian from Kilorglin, drove up the steep mountain with a fresh bag of books. King Puck got his wish, and the fairies were happy too. The end. And that, like I said, is a real festival. In fact, there's even a sculpture in the city of Kilorglin. And here is a picture of King Puck in Ireland. It says King Puck on the stone. So if you should find yourself in Ireland one day, you could go to the King Puck Festival and watch the goat be crowned king. This does still happen every year, which is so fun. Well, that's so fun. I'm so glad that you guys could all come join me today for this St. Patrick's Day. And as you go out and enjoy your fun for the day, let's be sure to wash our hands, okay? We're going to do our hand washing song twice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Tops and bottoms, in between, in between. Rub them all together, now they're clean, squeaky clean. Again! Tops and bottoms, in between, in between. Rub them all together, now they're clean, squeaky clean. Well, very good, my friends, and I will see you next week. Don't forget that tomorrow at 10:30 is Baby and Toddler Story Time, where we'll have some songs and a couple books and some rhymes and lap bounces and just little ways to interact with your baby. So join me tomorrow at 10:30. But until then, we'll see you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. See ya soon, big baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, leprechaun. Wave goodbye, butterfly. I'll see you next time, friends. Have a great day. Bye.